Hi everybody. Well, you've probably heard the quite disturbing news that Blade, the company behind Shadow, who do the cloud gaming PCs, has filed for bankruptcy. So in this video I kind of want to talk about, what should you do? Should you cancel your subscription? Should you cancel your pre-order? What's going to happen to your games? And what's the alternatives should we need one? Now, the first thing I would say is 100% absolutely the service isn't going away today or tomorrow. They've made a commitment that they're going to keep the service going. They're going to be looking for new investors. And I'll put a link to this in the description below the video. There is an FAQ on what's happening. And basically what they're saying is if you're a Shadow subscriber and you've got a Shadow Cloud Gaming PC, things will continue going on as normal. So the first thing is don't cancel your subscription. Everything is still working fine. Even if they turned it off tomorrow, remember, you're not going to lose your games. Now let's take a step back a bit, and because you might be saying, well, what do I care? If you don't know about Shadow, you might be saying, well, what do I care? Well, the thing is, Shadow gaming PCs, Shadow Cloud gaming PCs are absolutely amazing. If you'd asked me 18 months ago whether I thought cloud streaming gaming was possible, I would have said I don't think it really is, because I tried out PlayStation Now, I think, the streaming service, and I thought it was a bit laggy and wasn't very good. Then GeForce Now came along, and GeForce Now was really good and is really good, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But it has a limited choice of games. With Shadow, however, what you get is, for your subscription in the cloud, you get your own Windows gaming PC based around a GTX 1080, 8 megabytes of RAM, I think it is, an SSD, and it plays amazing. Honestly, it is fantastic. Yeah, it is really, really good. So I want this service to continue, and I'm a bit sad that it might go away. So that's the background. So we want to really support Shadow. So don't cancel your subscription. And again, if you read through their FAQ, what they also say is that if you're upgrading to one of their more posh Shadows, rather than the basic one. I mean, I use the basic one and it's brilliant. They're saying that they're putting that on hold for now. But they're also saying that if you have pre-ordered a Shadow, don't cancel it. You will get it in due course. Now, because the company is going into bankruptcy, there's always a possibility that won't happen, isn't it? The fact they might not find a buyer, or they might find a buyer who doesn't want to support what they're doing at the moment, and it may go. However, what I would say, don't cancel it. Don't ask for a refund on it. The reason being is because when you do a pre-order for a Shadow, it costs you in the UK, say $12.99. So you pay your $12.99, and then they'll give you a lead time of, say, 6 months or 8 months or whatever it is at the moment, because these are incredibly popular. But you don't pay that every month until you get your Shadow. You only pay it once, and then when you get your Shadow, and then the billing cycle starts. So don't cancel it, because we don't want to all of a sudden be pulling all this money out of Shadow. Also, I would say, is if you really like the idea of Shadow, and trust me, I am using an 8-year-old laptop, and I play DayZ on top settings, Armour on not quite top settings, but up there. I play Iron Harvest, basically everything apart from really, really twitch shooters and fast driving games, I think are great on Shadow. So you could play something like, say, Mud Runner or Snow Runner, or something where you're driving around fairly slowly, but you might not want to play the latest Formula 1 games. Now, I could be wrong, but because I've never really tested them, but I know I do not notice the lag when I'm playing DayZ, or I'm playing Iron Harvest, or even when I'm playing Call of Duty either, to be honest. It's probably me just being slow. So if you like the idea of that, and you want to, have the power of a gaming PC, but you don't want the outlay, or you don't have the space for a gaming PC, then I would say still pre-order it. Give them that £13, and it's almost like a Kickstarter, saying that I believe in what you're doing. I want you to keep on going. Now, £13, that's only the price of a few posh coffees, isn't it, or a few beers. Let's say in a couple of months, actually, it all goes tits up and Shadow does disappear. You'll have lost your £13. But you'd have done your bit to support a company with an amazing product that really is a game changer as far as I'm concerned. So don't cancel your subscription, don't cancel your pre-order, and if you like the idea of a Shadow, order one. All right, I would say that. So what's going to happen if so there you go, $12.99. What's going to happen if Shadow shuts down? Well, the beauty with Shadow, of course, is you don't buy any games through Shadow, and I haven't bought any games through Shadow. All your games, you've got them on Steam, you've got them on the Epic Store. Maybe you've bought Tarkov, so you've got it from Tarkov, you've got it from Activision's Battle.net, you've got it from Bethesda's. They're all there. You're not going to lose any of your games. You won't be able to play them on your crappy old laptop, but the alternative then would be, if it did disappear, is GeForce Now. Now, GeForce Now is excellent. It really is good. I would say it's almost as good as, if not the same, as Shadow. GeForce Now is a lot cheaper. Let's see what it is now. Membership. As it clunks on. So you've got your free version, which doesn't cost you anything, gives you an hour, and then you can pay $24.95 for 6 months, and that gives you priority access. So with my Shadow, I pay, I think, £18 a month, because I have the extra bundles that give me extra hard drive space. So GeForce Now, you'd try it with the free version, and just like Shadow, you don't buy games through GeForce Now. You just play your existing Steam games, your good old your GOG games, your Epic games. However, with GeForce Now, because it's not your own PC in the cloud, you're running off a shared server. There's only certain games on it. Now, I say only certain games. That is hundreds and hundreds of games, and they're adding. They add about another 8 to 10 games every week to it. Because for some reason, when GeForce Now first came out, publishers and developers suddenly got this idea that it was a bad thing, and originally with GeForce Now, everything on Steam worked, every single game, and then for some crazy reason, a few publishers went, actually, I don't think it's right that I don't get a cut of the GeForce Now subscription that allows people to play my games on an old laptop. Completely missing the point, the fact that GeForce Now gave people who didn't have gaming PCs the ability and the need to buy their games. Because before GeForce Now came along, and then Steam, and then Shadow, why would I buy a PC game? I had no point, because I couldn't run them. As soon as GeForce Now came along, it's like, right, let's buy DayZ, let's buy Armour, let's buy lots and lots of games that I've bought on Steam, especially in the Steam sales, to play, which I would have never bought them before. But anyway, so what NVIDIA had to do with GeForce Now is, instead of having a automatic opt-in for all the games on Steam, publishers had to opt in themselves. Which means that more and more are coming in. So as you can see, there are hundreds and hundreds of games on GeForce Now, and it doesn't just include Steam. There's Epic Games on there. There's GOG games. They're working to include much more publishers and much more platforms, and to do stuff. But obviously, it's with GeForce Now, it's not your own computer in the cloud, so you can't do things like install a video editor on it, which is something I do with my Shadow. I've got a copy of Vegas on my Shadow for editing, but for playing games, look at all these titles, many hundreds and hundreds of titles available on GeForce Now. So for me, if Shadow does go away, it'll be back to GeForce Now, and probably that'll really fire me up for getting something like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, because for me, the beauty of the Shadow gaming PC was that it really made me question the need for having a next-gen console, because it meant that I could play and create content for next-gen games at next-gen quality on my old laptop. Once I go back to GeForce Now, it's more difficult for me to create content about the games that I'm playing for GeForce Now, simply because it's more difficult to capture it. Because with Shadow, you can actually use NVIDIA's GeForce Experience software and built-in codecs on the graphics card to capture gameplay and to stream gameplay, and it makes it very, very simple. So So there we go. So hopefully I've kind of allayed some fears about what happens and what you should do. But I would definitely say, don't cancel your subscription. Don't cancel your pre-order. If you fancy having a shadow, pay that £13. Let's support this company. Let's keep them going forward. Don't worry about your games disappearing because you've bought them through Steam and other places. And there is always the option of going to GeForce Now should shadow sunset and disappear. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully that's been helpful. If it has been, hit the like button. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will, of course, see you again soon.